Alright, this tutorial is going to be a review of changing eye color and cleaning up portrait skins for portraits. So first step is you're always going to make sure the layer is unlocked, and you're going to add a new layer by clicking on the folded piece of paper. Once you've done that, you're going to select your elliptical marquee tool. You can do this by clicking and holding down on the rectangle marquee tool, which will look like this, and selecting the circle just like so. When you're using this tool, you're going to click and drag to start your circle. If you need to move it at all without letting go of your click, you're going to hold down space. You kind of start to shift it around to make that shape you want. And that should do. I like to make it so it's just under the eyelid, and you kind of have a little bit less of the size of the eye itself. Once you've done this, there's two options. First one is if you go to hue saturation. If you have a very dark eye, it's going to be best to kind of lighten it a little bit. That'll help see the color. And then next, if you change your hue, that's what's going to actually change the color of the eye. So now say I wanted it this color green. I can also take my saturation tool, turn that green down. I could also boost the green so it's pretty crazy. And then take down the lightness if I wanted it to be a darker green. So that's how you do that. How we just did this would be the exact same way you do hair, except with hair, you're going to be using the quick selection tool, and you're going to drag around to find the hair. But the next one we're going to look at is cleaning up skin. So to clean up skin, there's two ways you can do it. First way to do it is using this clone stamp tool. So the clone stamp tool, the size and hardness and everything will be right up here in the top left. You're going to want your hardness to be below 50, so it's not a very harsh dot that you're replacing. It's kind of nice and soft. And then just have your, don't make your tool super high. If you make it super high, it's going to slow the computer down, kind of make the computer go a little crazy. When you use the clone stamp tool, you're going to hold down Alt or Option. When it makes a little target, you're going to click. That's going to be what it's copying. So you're going to want to kind of keep it close so it keeps the same skin tone. Once you've copied it, create a new layer, and then you can kind of just paint on top, just like that. Now, if it was too, if you had your hardness all the way up like this, and I copied from my layer, and then I pasted it, you're going to be able to kind of see that circle of where I just placed it. And you don't want that. You want it to be kind of as subtle as possible. So the second way we can do this is using our spot healing tool. Same thing with this one. Your size and your hardness is all up here. Hardness doesn't really matter with this one. But for this, what it's going to do is whatever you click on, it's going to try and replace that object with whatever should be underneath. So if I click on this, it's going to get rid of it, and it's going to kind of cover up with the skin tone that it thinks should be under there. Don't just do it once. If you do it once, you're going to kind of have these weird lines, kind of clear up the whole area, again, to make it kind of as subtle as possible so that you can't tell.